get 100, yeah, you already know. Not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but the worst day of the week. It's not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but the worst day of the week, yeah. Yeah.
Worst day of the week.
Worst day of the week. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Worst Day of the Week is all the way live. Welcome to Worst Day of the Week, y'all. This is Worst Day of the Week. I am your host, Denard Andre. Sorry, y'all having some technical difficulties. I'm taking care of all of those right now. Boom, 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 bang, bang, bang. Technical difficulties are done. It is Worst Day of the Week, y'all. I have a very special guest today, Tiffany Alexander. I can't wait to speak with her. Producer, can you turn my mic up just a little bit? Thank you so much, producer. That's awesome right there. Yes. And again, welcome to Worst Day of the Week. We are live on Facebook and live on YouTube each and every Monday, live at 7 o'clock on the dot, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. Welcome to the show. And we're going to get right into the show with the news that you can use. Now, remember, news that you can use is not what I say. It's not what my mama say. No, the main one, yeah. It's not what my mama say. It's not what Worst Day of the Week say. I just want to highlight a few things in the news, and I want you to make sure that you are following the news, you are paying attention to the news, so that you know what's going on in your neighborhood, in your community, around and about the town, and all of that good stuff. You need to pay attention so that you know what's going on. All right, news that you can use. Dr. Anthony Fauci wins $1 million Israeli prize for his work on the COVID-19 vaccine and other infectious diseases. After 68 years in prison, Joe Legion, America's oldest juvenile lifer, was released from a Pennsylvania prison. Legion was incarcerated in February of 1953 at the age of 15. Wow. New study finds that almost a third of people with the mild COVID-19 still battle symptoms months later. The Supreme Court allows the release of Trump's tax returns to a New York prosecutor. President Joe Biden signed a major disaster declaration for Texas, opening the door for FEMA assistance with home repairs and low-cost loans. Now remember, for food assistance, if you lost all your food in your house, you should call 211. And there are 77 counties that have been approved for the FEMA disaster declaration to be able to start getting those benefits. So that's really good. Make sure you're paying attention to that. If you have some damage to your home, debris from a United Airlines plane fell onto the Denver suburbs during an emergency landing. Suspected hypothermia deaths in Texas are increasing after the wake of the winter storm that we had on last week. Y'all, that is the news that you can use. Now remember, like I said, the news that you can use is not what I say. I'm just reporting the news, and I want you to make sure that you are following the news and paying attention to what is going on around your town, in your state, in your city, and all of that good stuff. Welcome to the show again. This is the Worst Day of the Week. We are live every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube. I want to thank you for joining the show today. And I do have a very special guest. I'd like to introduce her right now. My special guest's name is Tiffany Alexander. Tiffany, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are
Turn it
you?
up on the, it's going to be USB. Yeah, there we go. Can you hear now? Hey, Tiffany, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I can't hear you, Tiffany. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
I could hear you earlier. Is your microphone muted?
Mm-mm.
Nope. We can't hear you. Let me see.
No.
Turn it on here. Oh, I know why. Vaughn, plug up the USB into, on the side here. Right here on this, no. On the computer, that cord that's hanging out. I'm sorry, Tiffany, give me just a second. Right there on the black box. There's a cord hanging out the side of it. Plug that.
Hello. Hmm.
Tiffany.
Yeah. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Give me just a sec. I'm sorry we're having some technical difficulties.
It's okay.
Tiffany, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. She said yes. I can't hear her. I'm gonna put it up on the phone. Tiffany, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I said yes. I can't hear her. I'm gonna put it up on the phone. All right. Sorry about that, Tiffany. So there's going to be a little delay because I have to use another device so that I can be able to hear you.
That's
That's
okay.
okay. We're going to get this all taken care of. I don't know what's going on here. Every time something great is happening, then let me just turn my Bluetooth off. That'll help. There we go. It's out of there. Every time something great happens, then you know the devil try to sneak in and try to knock us off. But welcome to the show again, Tiffany. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Something. Just turn my. Tiffany, I asked you to come on the show. You are the founder of your own journey, Black and Adopted. Tell me a little bit about why you started that journey.
Well, I'm adopted and I found out I was adopted early in life. I say I was like maybe 5 or 6 or so. And
Oh,
um,
Michael.
I just got to a point where I was ready to find my biological family. And, you have those wonderings about who you are and where you came from. So, along the way, I would post little things and I would get a lot of inboxes from people, saying that they were on their own journey and they were afraid or that they wanted some support or they wanted to know how to get started. And so I wanted to, be as transparent as possible because I feel like this is an opportunity to help other people, and for them to figure out, whether they want to adopt or they're considering adopting for their own family, or whether they're a bio parent wondering should they reach out and try to find their bio's children or child, or they're an adoptee and they want to know more about their past.
Wow, that's amazing. At what age did you find out that you were adopted?
I think I was about 5 or 6 or so. As old as I was, young enough that I could understand a little bit, old enough, I guess, that I could understand. And both of my parents sat me down. We went out to eat to Bennigan's, as a matter of fact. And, my mom and my dad, they just sat me down and they told me that I was adopted. And they kind of explained what that meant, that, I wasn't in mommy's tummy, but she still got to be my mommy and all of that good stuff. And so it was been a really great journey. My family is super supportive of everything and they're excited. And, I think the cool thing about it is I've had a positive experience. Not everybody's experience is positive, just be honest. But it's great because my family is huge now. Like I have my bio fam, I've got my adoptive family, I got step family, and all of that good stuff. And it's amazing.
Wow. So there's a delay on my end, so that's why it keeps getting quiet. I'm sorry about that. That is amazing. So at what age did you want to start finding your family? I have a picture of your sisters here, and that's such a beautiful picture. This was your very first time meeting your sisters in this picture. I read that on your story, and then also this was your birthday. You met your sisters for the first time on your birthday. Tell me a little bit about that experience and what that meant to you.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was the first time that I got to meet all of them together. I met Yasmin. Prior to that, she stopped by my mom's house shortly after I found them. But it was a complete surprise that Davana and Tanae were coming to my birthday party, and it's amazing. And it's funny because I had never seen anyone who looked like me before. And so seeing them and we have the same mannerisms, or we say things the same way, or the same kind of chuckle, it's still a new experience for me because it hasn't even been a year yet. But oh my gosh, I love them. And my mom, she's, taking them in like those are her babies too. And my granny, she asked about them every time I talk to her. And so it's been amazing. Like I wouldn't trade the experience for the world. It's been
I'm sorry again. I was catching the end of it. Oh my God, that is such an amazing story. So your birth parents, are they still alive?
They are not. They are not. They both passed away before I even began my journey. They passed away when I was a kid. So I think, yeah, I think it may have been like 89 or 90 and 93 or something like that.
With your birth parents passing away at a young age, does that leave any unanswered questions for you? Does that make you do you have like questions like you want to know why, or do you know why you were placed up for adoption?
No, that's a good question. And I've gotten that a couple of times. I don't ever wonder why, because I feel like things always happen the way that they're supposed to. And my mom, and she'll share her story when she wants to, but she couldn't have natural children. And so I feel like sometimes just because you have a baby naturally doesn't mean that that baby is supposed to stay with you. Sometimes that baby is meant for someone else. So, I'm excited, and I'm happy to share my journey. I don't know the reason why I was raised, but I know the outcome, and I'm very happy with it.
An amazing answer from you. My sound just got fixed just now, so I can hear you right on time now. I don't have to wait a couple of seconds anymore, and I apologize about that. I know that made it a little awkward at first. Such a beautiful story. What kind of relationship are you building with your sisters?
It's been really cool. I'm getting some feedback.
Oh, okay. I can't hear it over here. I can't hear it on my side. Meet me back again.
But to answer your question, it's been cool. Like we talk, keep in touch with each other, we check on each other. I mean, we're our adults, and we all have lives, and all of that, but we still make each other. Okay, T here.
Yeah, you still make time for each other. That is a beautiful story. And then, so tell me a little bit about what this means for you, for your daughter, because you have such a beautiful daughter. What this means for you, for your daughter, for her to have an extended family.
She gets spoiled some more. She loves it. She loves that she gets more auntie. She goes and talks to them all the time. Anytime, I always get with them the cool that she's doing or the crazy that she's doing. And so it's exciting. I get to say I have sisters I had before, but now I have more.
Hmm. Your family, the family that raised you, the family that you knew for all of your life, how do they feel about you finding your family?
Oh, they're excited.
They're excited.
Yeah,
Did they have? Do you have to the gatherings where you have both of the families together?
No, not because
Not
of
yet.
COVID. We haven't
Okay.
gotten there. They did get to my granny and my mom and my brother.
That's amazing. So I did read somewhere in your story that one of your sisters you've known for a while. You just didn't know you were sisters.
No, it's weird how things out. All of us have mutual friends.
Wow.
Mutual circle that overlap. So it was really interesting. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't hear any of it, but I know it makes it difficult for you. I apologize about that.
Let me try to disconnect my mic.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
It's not.
Oh, not for you. Oh. It's a technical day.
It is.
It's probably the weather. We can blame everything on the weather here in Texas.
Oh goodness. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't even know what to do.
Mute me back. I'm gonna go back to the sound. No, that thing, the button.
Is that better?
How's that?
That's better. Okay. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
No, that thing, the button. Okay. Tiffany, tell me about how long have you been an educator?
Ooh, you making me feel old. This is year 13 for me. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. I just got it back. To fix your sound, I had to go back to not being able to hear you. So so that's what's going on now. But 13 years. Wow, that's a really long time. Why did you choose education? To fix your sound, I had to go.
Right. I chose education because I had a third teacher who was and I decided I would make sure I was a light and a beacon for students and not like her. I don't ever want to make a kid feel like she made me feel when I was in her classroom. And so that has always been my goal. And so I am so excited now that I'm in a position to where I'm not just able to impact my classroom, but I'm able to impact classrooms across the district, and make sure that I am supporting teachers as they support students, and hopefully getting them to realize their implicit biases along the way so that they don't have students who feel disconnected or students who don't feel like they belong. So that is my goal as an educator at this point. And there's my kid.
Wow, that's awesome. That's amazing. So sorry to hear that teacher made you feel that way. But so exciting to hear that it impacted your life so that you became the awesome educator that you are. That's an amazing story. Congratulations to you on that. Taking that negative experience and making it positive and changing your entire life based on that. That's amazing. That's really awesome.
Thank you.
Also, there's something else that you do that I just love. Tell us about Miss Tips Dips. You are an entrepreneur. You do have your own business. How long has that business been running for you? Because I know that has been quite some time as well.
It has. We're going on
Like,
7 years now with Miss Tips Dips. I started because of Kinsley, to be honest. I did it as a way to get some extra income, but to be honest, it's stress relief for me. It's a time that I can just like relax and like just kind of zone out for a little bit. So it's been amazing.
that is amazing. I'm so sorry about these technical difficulties. This is making it hard for me because I am really enjoying this conversation. I'm so sorry that this is happening to us. Tiffany, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show and being my very special guest. I encourage everyone to follow your adoption journey, Black and Adopted. You can follow you on Facebook and Instagram. Are there any other social media outlets that you use for about your journey?
No, that's it.
No, not right now.
Yeah, not right
Okay.
now.
That's just such a beautiful story. It's such an amazing story. So glad that it was positive for you. Like you said, there are so many negative stories and horror stories about being black and adopted, not just adopted, black and adopted. Such a powerful thing that you're doing to make others who are black and adopted feel okay and feel better. And I wish you continued success on your journey and meeting your new family and also Miss Tips Dips. And you keep on being the awesome educator that you are. Thank you so much for joining us on Worst Day of the Week.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay. I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties, y'all. It's always something going on, and then that will bring us into our topic today, because you got to make it count. Whatever you do, you have to make it count. I want to say thank you so much for Tiffany Alexander for joining me on the show today. Whatever you do, you make it count. It doesn't matter about the technical difficulties or anything going wrong in your life or whatever it is. Whatever you do, you just make that count. So that is our first topic for today. And you have to make it count. There are some things in your life that you're gonna go through. There are some things that you're gonna do. There's some things that you're not gonna do. And whatever you do, you have to make that count. You want to um, take all of your negative experiences and turn them into something positive, and make it count. I don't know. I don't know why that's stuck in my brain today, but it's very important. I noticed over the last couple of weeks that a lot of things, have just been going wrong for so many people, and I just, when I think about all of that, it makes me think about, you know, that it could be worse. Just like for me, it could be worse. There could be so much more drama, so much more. I can take my negative experiences and I can make them even more negative. I can react out of anger. I can get upset. I can throw things. I can slam doors. I can break things. I can fight. I can curse. But whatever I do, I just need to make it count. Wherever you, I said a couple of episodes ago when I was at the Chocolate Lounge talking to Miss Carla that when you're in your season, you have to plant seeds. You don't just say it's my winning season and you start winning. It's like this is my year, and your year just goes for you. That's not how it works. You're gonna have to plant some seeds. You're gonna have to make it count. You're gonna have to do some things. You're gonna have to grind hard. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to hustle. You're going to have to do some things, and everything that you do, just make it count, y'all. It's really important that whatever you do in life, you make that thing work for you. And then whatever you want out of life, make sure that you're preparing yourself for it, because that's very important as well. I saw this post where this girl was on a rant and she was talking about, you want a man with money, but you don't have a job, things like that. But it was very, very true. And there's some things, whatever you want, you're gonna have to be. If you want to be rich, then you have to be rich. You have to think rich. You have to carry yourself rich. You have to spend your money wisely, which is rich. So whatever you do, y'all just make that count. When you're in your season, plant you some good seeds. Plant you some seeds that are gonna grow. Plant you some seeds that are nourishing. Plant you some seeds that are beneficial to your life, and not just because every seed that you plant will grow, even the bad ones. You can reap a bad harvest if you plant bad seeds. So just make it count. Whatever you do, y'all, make it count. And that's all I'm gonna have to say about that, which takes us into the next topic, which is growth. Like I said, when you're planting seeds, you're gonna reap a harvest, no matter whether that seed is good, bad, ugly, or disgusting. You're gonna reap the harvest of it. So treat people the way that you want to be treated, and I hope everybody wants to be treated good, because one thing we do when we say treat people the way that you want to be treated is, we don't really care how they treat us, because it's how we treat ourselves. This is exactly what a lot of people do. So treat people the way you want to be treated, and in turn want to be treated well, want something better for yourself, want to go somewhere, want to have a better life, want to have a better job. Treat people the way that you want to be treated, and growth. We're talking about growth. Growth is something that's very important. A lot of times people are like, "Oh, I'm just this way. This is who I am." And like I've been this way all my life. I talk this way. This is the way. This is how I do things. That's not growth. You have to grow. You grow in everything. You grow in your job. You grow in your finances. You grow in your height. You grow in everything, and you just want to always make sure that you are growing in the right direction, and that you are growing. Period. That you want to make sure that you are always trying to strive to be a better person, be a better you. So growth is something that's a very important. I do have a short show today. I keep looking at my watch. I got somewhere to be, y'all. But worst day of the week, we missed first day of the week on last Monday. If you were affected by the winter storms, I am praying for you. I'm praying for all those affected and not affected by the winter storms. So much tragedy here in Texas over that time frame, and that week's time frame where we had freezing cold temperatures, lots of hypothermia deaths, and all that going on in Texas. And so, y'all, we got to be ready for the next one. If you never know when things like this will happen, and so just always make sure that you are prepared as best as you can be. I thought I was prepared until I ain't had no lights in my house. I thought I was ready. I had all the food I could buy at the store, and that I could store in my house. But things happen, and you just have to keep growing and getting over those things. Like I said, it's a short show, y'all. It's almost time to go, so it is time for my producer said invest in a generator. Good job, producer. I want to say thank you to all of my guests today, everybody that's watching right now. I want to send a special thank you to you. Thank you for always tuning in to Worst Day of the Week live right here on Facebook, live on YouTube, every Monday live at 7 o'clock p.m. every Monday. Last Monday was the first Monday I missed because I did not have power, and I have been sad about it all week long. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what I was going to do without Worst Day of the Week. My week just didn't go the way that I wanted it to go because I missed Worst Day of the Week. So again, like I said, if the weather permits and I have power in my house, I'll be here for you each and every Monday, live on Facebook and live on YouTube. What the what? Oh, what the what is when we take those thought-provoking, those funny, those different, those encouraging, those not encouraging things that we see on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of those good things, and we take them and I read them on the show. I have some special screenshots. So awesome talking with Tiffany today. I used to look at TV a lot. Well, my mom and my sister, first of all, they are beautiful, drop dead gorgeous. My mom and my sister, they look like twins. My sister is very identical to my mom. Beautiful women. And so when I was in school, my mom would come up to the school, because when I was in trouble all the time, I was a bad kid, y'all. And my mom would come up to the school and all the kids in the classroom would be like, dang, who mama is that? And then, when the teacher called my name and say your mama here, they were like, that's your mama? So I always had this thing that I was adopted. And I thought that Whoopi Goldberg was my mama because I look so much like Whoopi Goldberg. I'm sorry, mama. I know you my mama. So y'all, that was my funny thing, but so awesome talking with Tiffany today about adoption, and make sure that you follow her and her story about being Black and adopted. Really awesome story, really, really good. It's awesome and amazing. Okay, my first what's the what is a man in your corner is way different than a man just in your bed. Wow. I don't know the difference because if you're in your bed, the bed probably in the corner. It's probably couch corner. I don't know what. Eventually, kids get old enough to see which parent was the problem. Wow, that was deep. That's from Kimber. She said, eventually, kids get old enough to see which parent was the problem. So make sure that you're taking care of your business, men and women, because eventually the kids will get over it. And I know I keep repeating that because I know it's true, because I grew up. So eventually you get to see which parent was the problem. Imagine telling your girl a joke and I start laughing under y'all bed. That was a good one. A wise man once said, nothing at all. Sometimes it's better to just shut your mouth. You don't have to say anything. I said this before, especially when people are disrespecting you, talking bad on your name, talking down on you, talking about you, saying things that are not true. It's okay to not say anything. Let God fight your battles. A wise man once said, nothing, nada, not a tit or a tat, nothing. Before you can give anyone respect, you have to respect you. Oh my goodness, that was good. It's kind of tied into my topics. You have to respect yourself in order for people to respect you. Nobody is just going to willy-nilly respect you. You walking around, treating people any kind of way. You have to respect yourself. You have to have some dignity about your character in order to be able to have people respect you. That was a really good one. I like that one. Get you a friend that will say, girl, Take that mess off Facebook and don't post it again until you get yourself together. Accountability. That's really good. Get you some friends. Tiffany Alexander said that. Get you some friends who are gonna hold you accountable. I said that before. I'm so glad that I do have friends that hold me accountable. But get you some friends that are going to hold you accountable, and life will be better. Trust me. I said that before. It get you some friends who gonna be like, don't do that. Don't go. You call them. Use the phone a friend. Use the phone a friend. When you get into a situation, I had a friend that went to prison for murder. She was at her girlfriend's house, her ex-girlfriend's house, to pick up the dog, and she shot the new girlfriend and killed her. And my friend, she kept her gun in a locked glove box inside of a locked box with a lock around the trigger. So in my mind, I'm thinking that, wow, you had a lot of time to kill this girl. And at that point, I didn't want to be her friend anymore, because my friend wouldn't do that. Get you some friends who are going to hold you accountable. My friends will pick up the phone and say, I'm about to kill her. You better come get me. And I'm going to be on my way. So make sure you have some friends that hold you accountable, and make sure that you're always doing the right thing. Because if you're not, your friends are going to hold you accountable. Dear TXU Energy, the way y'all fuck with me about a bill will never happen again. I'll be doing rolling payments the next few months to keep up with these rolling outages you guys are doing. I thought that was so funny. That's from Loretta Armani Mack. She was experiencing some power outages during the rolling blackouts during the winter storm, like we all were. And except for my mama house never went dark. And you think I went to my mama house? No, it was too far. My soulmate is probably somewhere pulling on the door that says push. Little retarded ass. I'm coming, baby. This is from my friend Hope. She said, people always saying, oh, he look just like his daddy. And then me, call my baby ugly one more time. Stop jumping when somebody needs you. It's never the same energy when you need them. I have been hearing that since I was a kid. Stop doing stuff for people that's not going to be there for you. Stop giving your all and your last to people that won't give you first. A lot of times, you see stuff on social media, you be like, oh, what they doing out to eat and they owe me $20? I want my $20. So, it's stop giving to people who just need you. Be around a better caliber of people. Let's see. Always remember that Tupac cares if don't nobody else care. Y'all, I think about okay. Paying $500 in the club for a bottle of $40 liquor is a flex I never want to be a part of. Let me tell you something. Year before last year, me and my friends went to Atlanta for my bestie's Shakoya birthday, and we bought that club out. Let me tell you, ain't nothing like that flex. We didn't even have a section, and we tore that bar down. Do you hear me? Because we could. That's definitely a flex that I want to be a part of, and it was a great experience. So I don't know what they talking about, because I'm gonna flex. This is full coverage insurance weather. Stay your ass at home if you have liability. Listen, if you just got liability on your car, you don't need to drive at all. Just leave the car in the driveway and drive down your street on a bicycle or catch an Uber when you need to go somewhere far, because liability just don't cut it. You risking everything. You're risking not having it no more, because it ain't gonna cover you. Do y'all do y'all bust in y'all kids' room, stare at them, look around, and then close the door and leave? My mama used to do that creepy stuff. She just come in there and just open up the door. Just look at me. I'm like, oh my goodness, that was so weird. And sometimes I would get a whipping. Depends on what I was in my room doing. Growing up, I was told red nails and red lipstick was for whores. I don't know where she from. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never seen my mama in red lipstick either. Just because they don't agree doesn't mean that you're not right. That's very true. If they just because they're not agreeing with you doesn't mean that you're not right. So ready to see everybody get engaged for Valentine's Day and never get married. My mom's wedding anniversary. Shouts out to AC and Debbie Taylor. They just did their how many years is it? 16? How many years is it? Congratulations to them on their wedding anniversary. They just celebrated their wedding anniversary on February the 14th this year, and all the years back behind it. It is hell no degrees outside. How many? 13 years. Wow, that's a long time. Woo! Y'all ready to get I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's not your job to figure it out for others all the time. Chill out. That's really good. And TD Jake says that anything that a man loves, he takes care of. Y'all, that's all my what the what's for today. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Worst Day of the Week live with Denard Andre, live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Thank you to my very special guest, Tiffany Alexander. Thank you, Tiffany. And then next week, y'all, I got Monique Askew. Monique Askew is going to be on, and she's going to be talking to us about some really good stuff about her business. She does... I don't want to tell you. You'll see her next week. I'll see y'all ass next week. And again, thank you for choosing to watch Worst Day of the Stay making me laugh. Thank you for choosing to watch Worst Day of the Week live on Facebook and YouTube. I'll see y'all next time.
Worst day of the week. It's gonna be a good day, even on my worst day. Nothing makes me smile more than hanging with my family. LOLs and good times, yeah, that's how we mob it. No filters on the real is. Say something, get it poppin'. Laughing is good for the soul. Keep it 100, yeah, you already know. Not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but the worst day of the week. It's not Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but the worst day of the week, yeah. Worst day of the